Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm coming at you with a review and it's going to be on the Hourglass Seamless Finish Foundation Stick. Now, disclaimer, I was sent this product complimentary for review, so I did not pay for it, but I'm going to give you my honest opinion because what else is there, right? I mean, what else is there? Now, the first thing I want to let you guys know is the packaging is absolutely gorgeous. I mean, it's just got this metallic shine kind of thing going on. It's just chocolatey goodness. It's absolutely beautiful. It just screams, I mean, you know, it just screams luxury. And I actually got the brush that came with it too. So here's the actual Hourglass product. And I'm going to set a picture over here so you guys can see it too. So there's that. And then I'm opening up the box for the brush as well. Oh, look at that. Oh, guys, this brush is just... So there's the two products right there. I mean, and this brush is just... Ooh, it feels... This brush feels... It just feels so good. Absolutely. It just feels good. Now, I do want to read a couple benefits for you from what I have on the postcard here. It says the features and benefits is the double amount of pigment versus traditional foundations for instant full coverage. Formula adjusts to body temperature to blend into skin for the smoothest, most seamless finish. Okay. It says it's 12-hour long wearing waterproof formula. So that's long wearing and waterproof. Big claims. It's available in 26 shades. And I will say that that's pretty good for a foundation period. 26 shades, y'all know that's amazing. And looking on the website just to dig into the shade part a little bit more, because if you're like me, you know shade is, I mean, it's a struggle. Struggle's real, y'all. So the fact that there's 26 shades, that sounds like a good number, right? Let's dig into those shades. So for the 26 shades, there's fair, which has 4 shades, light, which has 4 shades, light medium, which has 4 shades, medium, which has 8 shades, deep medium, starting to get into our brown skin divas, 3 shades, and then deep has 3 shades. Did I say medium, deep first? Medium, deep, and deep would be the 6 shades that are for us brown skin divas. Now I have amber, which is the color that I received mine in, which actually didn't realize it falls into the medium range, and after amber there are 7 deeper shades than that. So just to give you some information, because I have, y'all, I'm starting to understand, like I said, struggle's real. The struggle's real. So I wanted to dig in just a little bit more into the shade part because I know that's very important. So going back to what I have on the card, it does say that the brush itself is high performance, PETA approved, and designed with the ideal shape, density, and texture to achieve the most seamless finish. And I do love applying my foundation with a stiff, flat top, dense brush like this, so I do like that. And I do like this angle. I think this angle really helps you get in to some places there on your face. I do like that. I do like applying my foundation with the sponge as well, and I'm learning what looks better with the sponge, you know, what foundations apply better with the brush, things like that. I do know if you want more of a full coverage, you're definitely going to go with the flat top dense brush, and if you want more of a sheer look, then you're going to go with your beauty blender, beauty sponge, that type of thing. So I have learned that. But I am going to apply it with the brush that it came with because I want to make sure I'm doing it exactly it says so that I can give it, you know, I can be as fair as possible in this review for you guys. Now, I have already toned my skin. Of course, it's washed. Sorry. I have washed it. I have toned it. I have applied moisturizer, and I have applied a primer. I have oily skin, so applying anything without a primer is just... it's just not an option. So I have done all those particular steps just so that you guys know. And this does say to apply it with the Hourglass Veil Primer, which I don't have, but I did use my own mattifying primer. So, you know, just want to make sure I let you guys know that. Now it says, okay, to apply 2 to 3 dots of this foundation to each section of the face. So your cheeks, here, here, and here. And of course it says start with less and then add more as necessary. So that makes sense here. It says buff in with the Vanishing foundation brush in tiny circular motions for the most seamless finish. So again, this is what I'm going to do because I want to give it the, you know, I want to give it the fairest option that I can. So I don't have a screen on my camera, so what I'm going to have to do is hold this right here for you guys. And I hope it doesn't get in the way, and I'm going to continuously try to look. Now, like I said, I do have this in amber, which looking at it, I can tell it's a bit light. Let me show you guys. Let's see. Can you guys see that? it is a bit light. I was looking for, I have really intense yellow undertones, and sometimes the problem is that it either goes too red or too deep. So I saw this yellow. I probably should have went with more of the warm honey, which starts the deeper shades. But I saw this one first and went with that one. So that's not their fault. That's my fault for not knowing my own shade, right? You gotta be honest with that kind of stuff. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the dots like it said, and then go from there. So, and again, guys, the packaging is beautiful. Absolutely love the packaging. It looks absolutely gorgeous. It really does. So, got that there. All right, can you guys see that? Can you guys see? All right, here we go. Now, I did not normally what I would do is actually color correct under my eyes, but I really wanted to just really use this foundation the way it says and see if it does as much concealing as it promises. But y'all, I've got some serious bags under my eyes, you know what I mean? Like, life, right? Y'all know what I'm talking about. So I'm just going to go ahead and rub this in. I don't notice a smell at all, so that's definitely good. And I'm definitely going to just swirl it in. Now I am going to stipple a little bit in the areas where I need the most coverage, but I am trying to do it exactly as it's telling me to, so I don't want to give it a bad review because I didn't follow directions. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just kind of blending that in. And I will say though, I was a bit scared by how yellow and light it was, but I'm telling y'all what, it must just be because of this natural lighting, but it actually looks pretty good as far as color matching, because like I said, I have some serious yellow skin going on here. Alright, now I'm going to be honest with you guys and say I only use a few dabs because I was trying to go with the instructions and use light, you know, use less and then add more, but full coverage, I have spots from just old acne scars and just spotty skin, things like that. I mean, I think some of this might be hereditary, but some of it is self-inflicted, so don't even get me wrong. I ain't gonna blame the bloodline for all the spots on my face, but I do have several spots on my face, and I can see every single last one of them. Like, I can see it all. Now, I'll be honest and say, I don't normally need to cover all that up. I'm not normally going for just a complete porcelain skin. That's just not how I roll. I don't think that looks good on me, but I'm trying to make sure that I give you guys a fair review of this product, so I'm going to have to say full coverage, it is not. What I'm going to do, just to see, is I'm going to go back in and maybe put a little bit more on some areas where I think might need a little bit more, especially these eyes, because y'all, life is on point, ain't it? So I'm just gonna scroll that right down. And I hope I'm not irritating you guys with not looking. I haven't gotten to the point where I've gotten a camera with all the bells and whistles, although the camera I have is quite nice. My husband got it for me for Christmas, so I don't want him to get mad at me. Like, it ain't great, it's great. Alright, so I did add a little bit. I will say it's buildable. I will definitely say it's buildable because I have added a little bit and I can see a little bit more coverage, but I will say because I will say the more I'm putting on, the more light, or the more I don't think it matches my skin tone, so I think I might want to not put any more on. And again, that's definitely my fault for picking the wrong shade, but I would say it probably is buildable because I am seeing a little bit more coverage, but I don't want to build anymore. So I would still even have to say I'm still not seeing full coverage even from that particular point of it. And I don't know if you guys can see it on camera, but I've got patchy spots. Like, I can see where I might have had a little bit of dry skin. This is actually really highlighting that. I don't like that too much. Well, I can see those spots. Okay guys, so here is the finished application, and I think it might look a little bit lighter on the camera as it does in person. In person, as far as matching my skin tone, I think it looks great. It did even out my skin tone, but as far as coverage when it comes to covering up spots and things like that, I can still see all my freckles, I can still see all my spots, I can still see most of the things on my face, which I'm okay with, but I would not give this full coverage whatsoever. I maybe would give it light to maybe medium. I would have to say light. I don't think it's not full coverage. Let me just stop there. And like I was mentioning, I can see spots of where maybe I had some dry skin, and it's accentuating those. Like I can see it here, I can see it here, and I can actually see a little bit on my cheek as well. So it's definitely highlighting those dry patches that were on my skin. And like I said, I did moisturize, I did prime, I did tone, I did all that kind of stuff, and you can still see these patches that are on my face. So, you know, but I will say as far as even out my skin tone, it did a great job of that. And I will say as far as matching my skin tone, what I think looks good, I think it did a good job of that. So I'm going to go and I'm going to finish putting on my makeup, and then I'm going to come back and let you guys see what it looks like at the finished product. And then what I'll do is I'll go ahead and go throughout my day. I will be out running some errands. I have a couple more videos to shoot and things like that. So I will be getting use out of this. And what I'll do is come back and let you guys know how I feel like it held up throughout the day, and then give you my final first impression review. So I'll be right back. Hi guys. Okay, so this is what it looks like after I've went ahead and finished up the makeup routine. I added some eyeshadow, some eyeliner, some mascara, you know, some blush, because I use blush like other people use highlighter and contouring. I did finish it with a powder. And I did not add any concealer as much as I wanted to. I did not add any concealer, so this is what the finished look looks like. I know it's a little bit dark for the summertime, but I have a very limited lipstick collection, so it was hard for me to find something that matched with the particular eyeshadow and mascara and eyeliner colors that I used, because I am filming another video and I needed to use those specific colors. So it was very hard for me to find something in my collection that matched it, but this is what it came out with. I actually love the finished look of it. I do like the finished look of the foundation, but like I said before, I don't think it's full coverage. I wouldn't give it full coverage. I would give it a light, maybe medium, but definitely not full coverage. But I'm going to go out and run my errands. I'm going to come back, film my videos, finish up the different things I need for the day. It should be several hours of wear, so I'll definitely be able to give you guys a good first impressions review on what I think about this particular foundation stick from Hourglass. So I will be back. Hi guys, so it's been about 6 hours since I put this on and went out and ran some errands, did a few things with grocery shopping, came back, I've done laundry, cleaned my house, and y'all know, when you be cleaning up this house, you be sweating like anybody's business. So I've been putting this foundation to the test. And I will say guys, I'm very, very impressed. I will also say that this is definitely one of those foundations that looks a lot better after a little bit of time on your face. When I first put it on, I thought it did look a little bit too masky for my taste, but I would say probably after about an hour, I looked in the mirror and I was like, okay, I'm liking how this looks. Now, I have not blotted, I have not added powder, I have not touched up, and I know you guys can see there are some spots, especially my lip, where I probably do need to touch up a little bit, but I really wanted to just kind of leave it the way it is and let you guys see how it looks after 6 hours of wear. And I gotta say guys, I love it. The finish is fantastic. Now just to go over some pros and some cons, definitely pros. Lovely finish, absolutely lovely finish. It goes on quite smooth, very creamy, very easy to blend, you know, just nice application. While it's not a full coverage, I will say it evens out my skin tone nicely. Let's also remember it comes in 26 shades, which is really good, and out of those 26 shades, at least 6 are for brown skin divas. So I don't really know, I didn't really look at the deepest one, which is Espresso, so I'm not too sure just how deep that goes, but having 6 shades that are out there for us brown skin divas, you know, that's a big plus for makeup companies out there, so that's definitely a positive part on that particular piece of it. And it does provide some coverage. Like I mentioned, it's not full coverage, not in my opinion, but it does provide some nice even skin tone. It did conceal a little bit of my dark under eye circles because I did not add a different concealer. I just wanted to leave it the way it is. And it wears beautifully. So those are definitely the pros. When it comes to the cons, I would say, well, one con definitely is it's not a full coverage foundation. Now that's not necessarily a con for me, but if you bought this expecting it to be full coverage, then I want to be honest and say you're not going to get it. I am comparing this to, say, my Tarte Amazonian Clay, which is full coverage. Full coverage. When you put that thing on, it's wiping it out. You are starting with a blank canvas, like that's full coverage. So that's kind of what I'm comparing it to, and it's not even in the same ballpark. So I wouldn't say it's full coverage at all. Another con I'd have to say is that it's $46. The foundation stick is $46 and the brush is $46. So you're only getting 0.25 ounces in the stick. So 0.25 ounces for $46, that seems so high for me. Now, I'm gonna be honest, y'all, I'm a beauty on a budget. I cannot imagine spending that much money for a foundation, period, no matter how much you get, unless it's in a big tub or a big vat. But I definitely couldn't see spending that type of money on just 0.25 ounces. So that's definitely a con for me in my book. Like I mentioned, it's not full coverage. And I would probably say the only other con I can think of is that because it's so creamy and it's so smooth going on, you're going to go through it very quickly. Like, even when I just did those dots on my face and I twisted it up and then put the dots on, by the time I was done with the dots and even going back, I would already have had to twist it back up for the next application. So that kind of lets me know that you're going to go through that pretty quickly. So you're paying $46, you're only getting 0.25 ounces, and you're going to go through it pretty quickly. So you're going to be spending that money quite often if that's the way you decided to go. So I'd probably say, what's that? 3 pros, 3 cons, so kind of balanced out. I'll have to admit, overall, it is it's a nice foundation. You know, wears beautifully, looks fantastic after a little bit. Give it a little bit of time, but it does wear beautifully. Will I continue to use this? Of course I'll continue to use it. I mean, I'm very pleased with it. Would I purchase it again? Probably not. Probably not. But I do appreciate Influenster for sending this to me and giving me the opportunity, and I hope this review did help somebody out there. And if the information was helpful to you, please give it a thumbs up. And while you're here on my channel, please take a look around, see what else I have to offer. And if you like what you see, please subscribe. And I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.